Code S. Whoop, 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 whoop. I like that song. I'm going to find out what that is. In the upper right, he has to win this game and the next one. If he wants to stay in the GSL Code S, he is. And in the bottom right, we've got our Terran player doing that really cool Marauder opening. Not a common build. Let's see what he does this time on this map. He is. GuMiho. And by the way, GuMiho and Bomber are actually the hardest preparation for this group because they have to face off against a Terran, Protoss, and a Zerg.
That's right. It makes it a lot harder. Whereas, you know, you have a lot more options on what you can practice, how deeply you can practice each matchup if you have less matchups to practice. All right, so. What does Huck do here? Well, it looks like it's going to be a Nexus first. Good choice for the map.
Yeah, for sure.
GuMiho looks like he's going to be going for a 1 Rax expansion. Oh, no, he's added second Rax. Okay, so, looking interesting. His second Rax is near his own base, so there's a possibility this won't be like an all-in, but rather just heavy pressure, which oftentimes can just kill your Protoss opponent, depending upon what they do. Now, if Huck goes straight into 2 gates, because sometimes you go into 1 gate, sometimes you go into 2 with the Nexus first. Most of the time you do go into 2, but the quicker he gets 2 gates up, the better. Because 1 gate against this, when it's this late, it's going to be terribly hard to hold off.
All right, well, the GuMiho elected, as it just so happens, to scout in the most convenient location because it's going to find the Nexus first right away. So
yeah,
if GuMiho wants to, you know, step it up, he can try to end this right away.
Okay, second gate for Huck before the core. That's really good. That means that he can get Stalkers out, and a lot of them very quickly. It's exactly what he needs to try to hold on correctly here. Now, I won't be surprised if GuMiho brings a decent chunk of SCVs, because that Nexus should be killable.
And a lot of times you can actually just go up into their main.
Yeah,
and put the bunkers near the gateways.
Yeah, this can be brutal to hold. It absolutely can.
Oh my God!
Here we go.
Oh!
I feel bad for Huck, man. This happens a lot.
Man.
But
this is what happens when you wish your GSL victory on a cursed monkey's paw. Now, I really don't know how what you have to do to get this unlucky.
He can't hold the Nexus. The Nexus is not holdable here.
Yeah.
There's way too much stuff incoming. The best he can do is make Stalkers and try to micro at the top of his ramp and keep his probe count high, but it looks like he's already lost a lot of probes here. That's so painful.
All right, the Zealot's out. Oh, the SCV's going to block. No, they do not. And look, he's even going to keep the bunker not complete down there.
Yeah, see, he's already lost 5 probes, which is a little bit rough, but he's bought some time, which is good. And, ooh, that's a good probe drill, but he's going to lose a lot of these probes, unfortunately. Ooh, good micro back. The Zealot doing a ton of damage. He's targeting down the Marines. Wow, this is some good clutch micro by Huck here.
Now going back into the bunker. Okay, so Huck's not totally dead yet.
No, and in fact, he's killed off 7 SCVs, and there's been 8 probes killed.
Think of how many SCVs are not mining right now.
That's true.
Because they have to commute back on the map.
Now, I don't know that. Yeah, Huck's warp gate isn't close enough. This Nexus is dead. If Huck overcommits trying to save it, I feel like he just needs to get his second gas, maybe build like a robo or something, and just get ready to go into like a weird game. Because this is not something that's gonna. There's no way he's holding this. Too many Marines being rallied up.
You think Huck's gonna make 2 more gates?
No.
Think he's just gonna make another Nexus after this bunker salvage?
Yeah, for sure. He's going to break out when he can. I feel like he should have already gotten his next gas, though. That's, well, the thing is, he already lost a lot of probes, so I guess maybe not.
Oh, he's supply blocked right now, too. What?
All right, so 4 Zealots coming in. He has to keep those Stalkers alive. That's very, very important.
Well, nice targeting here by GuMiho, man.
Yeah. Huck's micro quite nice too, though. He still has his Stalkers live, and that's really the most important thing. This is getting a little bit rough. He can't really afford to lose any more probes. Notice he's pulling them immediately like he should, and oh, this is so tough. And GuMiho, anything he kills
really
at this
got
point is
good micro at this point in time.
Yeah.
Still gunning down probes.
Yeah, he's killed quite a few. It's down to 13 probes.
You know, it's too bad. It looked like he might have had the game might have gone on. I mean, the game is going to go on, but you know, with the amount of workers killed now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know.
Oh
this,
my God!
This was
there Marines in the bunker down there.
This was a hard game because the build order that GuMiho chose and the position he chose it, very good against what Huck did. I feel like maybe the biggest mistake here was Huck overcommitting the probes a little bit while he was waiting for his stalkers.
Let's talk about build order theory for a second. If I could tell you, when are people most likely? When is cheese most likely to occur at best of 3? It's
I would
oftentimes
say
in game 2.
When you're up a game, that's in general. And
then what are you going to do? You pick their map. But why do they? When they're picking their map, that means they have something special planned on that map. If they have something special planned on that map, if you cheese them, they don't get to use that special strat.
That's true. I mean, it's good game theory.
I mean, I'm not saying like Huck should have known better or anything like that, but I mean, in general, in the casts that I've done a lot. I feel like there's a lot of game 2 cheeses because one guy's up a game, and occasionally it's the guy. You know, I don't know.
There's not with a Nexus first build. There's not a ton of builds that you're going to be scared of. You're going to be scared of someone that just already goes for 2 racks,
right,
without even scouting you. Just blindly goes for it. That's going to be scary. You know, someone that's going for a very quick reactor to Hellion with starport type of build, that's going to be pretty scary as well. Those are the things actually that are going to scare you. Or 3 racks, of course, is scary as well. One behind Dark Shrine. But anyways, you know, bad end of the build order for Huck, sure. Some pretty good micro overall. You lost too many probes, though, which is making it difficult. But going to the Dark Shrine always gives you some sort of chance to come back. And GuMiho hasn't made an engineering bay. And GuMiho did lose a lot of SCVs, let's not forget. So he's more likely to use quite a few mules here. In which case, there's a possibility that the Dark Shrine can do some damage. But that's a full wall. So
yeah,
I mean, he can repair against DTs so easily.
One of the problems is that medevacs are going to be out soon. You know, I was going to say, wouldn't it be nice if Huck could like expand again or something off DTs, but that wouldn't be very good with the situation.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I guess you could
worker count. If you look at it, it's like 24 probes to 37 SCVs plus mules for the Terran.
Yeah, it's really, really rough. You know, if you go DT, you can take the 3rd. That's an added risk, but you know, you have the tech to get charge and Archon, so that's something that can give you a scrappy defense for a bit. But you know, this. Well, I don't know. We'll see what he can do with the DTs, but this is a really terrible situation for Huck. You know, actually not showing the DTs at all would actually be better than showing them, because if you show a DT right now, you go attack that depot, nothing happens, he stops your DT, he saves his scans. If you wait till he walks out, you might have 0 scans, and then it really delays his next attack and gives you more time to come back.
No, but his turret's now going to be done.
Yeah.
Nicely placed turret, by the way, too. Forge coming up here. We, meanwhile, 1-1, already on the way here for our Terran player, GuMiho.
All right, so, I mean, charge, and he's going to start getting his carapace upgrades, or his armor, whatever you want to call that. He's going to get his combat shields and his zealots.
What if zealots had shields, man?
Then they'd only do 8 damage.
It's a trick question. They already have shields. I'm going to kill myself. All right, so he's moving out now. And,
whoa, look at this
could be good. Okay.
Nope. Yeah,
okay,
no
there you
shells,
go.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Oh, that's too bad. Almost. All right, so he is walking up. There is another DT on the map. We have one scan right now for GuMiho. So he's going to use that pretty soon in just a second. There you go.
There's just too much Terran everything.
Huck can't know how many scans he has right now, which makes this a bit harder. Yeah, oh god, charge lots against this. Never, ever.
GG. Man, a lot of build order wins and losses here today.
Yeah, that's true.
This is definitely a different day than yesterday, for instance.
That's yeah. But you know what? They do exist, and the thing is, the further you deviate from the standard norm, the more build order wins and losses you're going to see, because you're gambling a little bit more. You know.
Sure. Well, you know, some builds you just don't scout, but you are agreeing to a certain coin flip scenario.
Exactly.
I mean, basically,
if I do this
those
and
guys
he does that, then I'm screwed.
Blindfolded, they did a rock, paper, scissors, not even knowing the other guy's playing the game.
Yeah.
And when they took off the blindfold, one guy had paper, the other guy had rock.
Yeah. And there's certain things you can do to minimize that and whatnot, even using that type of scenario. But
right.
It did not work out here for Huck. He drops down to round 1 of Code A. We'll see if maybe he can win that and get into some up and downs again.
Well, yeah. Hopefully we'll see him back here in Code S. You know, some of these players get a bad beat when they're
well, it's rough. He's waited a long time, like over 1 year, like 1 1/3 year or so, to get back in Code S, and then immediately falls out. And it's like, it's rough, man. But we'll see if he can come back.
When we come back, we're gonna have GuMiho up against. Why am I drawing a blank here?
GuMiho against Sniper.
GuMiho Sniper. Thank you. So stay tuned.